Hey everyone, Big Pauly back with a brand new update on my Mounjaro journey and something else as well. Yes, I finally had my colonoscopy. I'm going to tell you all about it in a minute. I won't show any pictures or anything like that. But I'll explain what happened and also, hopefully, another big weight loss this week. Let's get to the nitty gritty and I'll talk about how it's been this week and also the colonoscopy, and then we'll do the weigh-in. So don't nobody go nowhere. If you stick that camera up my bum hole, you better have a long hard look. Right, okay, so let's go back. Let's go back in time to last week. Friday to this coming Tuesday. Side effects, nothing at all. Food as normal, all as normal, so really happy. No cravings, no strange cravings, just my usual food that I've been having for the last nine weeks or so. Okay, Wednesday and Thursday. So my colonoscopy was actually penciled in for Friday morning at 9:45 a.m. Now, if you remember, the previous attempt was about 3:45 on a Sunday afternoon, and the prep that I did for that, I did Plenview, and I did prep 1 at 6 o'clock on Saturday night, and then prep 2 at 6 o'clock on Sunday morning, which I found was really fine. Yeah. A little bit different this time because I got an early one. So first of all, Wednesday and Thursday was the low fibre diet. To be perfectly honest, I think that's the worst part of this whole colonoscopy thing, because it's so plain, it's so boring. It's white mashed potato, it's white chicken. You can't spruce it up by putting lots of sauces on it and stuff like that. So white rice, white bread. The only interesting thing that I've had is scrambled egg and poached egg. Thank God for that, otherwise I might have gone nuts. Yeah, so Wednesday and Thursday wasn't that good when it comes to the low fibre diet. I did have to stop my food intake at 9 a.m. on Thursday, so I got a full 24 hours, no food whatsoever again. Just liquids, teas with no milk, OXO cubes, which I've actually kind of come a little partial to. Yeah, the chicken stock cubes, kind of like a nice alternative to coffee. So yeah, that was that got out of the way. Thursday night, 6 p.m, dose 1 of Plenview. Again, all normal. Same stuff, same flavour, mango. Not that that really helps. And I also had a separate glass, this time not of water, but of flavoured water, cherry flavoured water from Volvic, which did help. Both of them were chilled, they'd both been in the fridge, and I had no problem with that, so I got all that down, and then disappeared upstairs for about 45 minutes, and then, yeah, Niagara Falls started. And actually that didn't go on too long. It only went on for about an hour. But the difficult thing was is that I had to take dose 2 at 9 p.m. So it's no longer like a whole night and then you take it the following morning. Because I got an early colonoscopy on Friday morning, I had to take 1 dose 6 p.m. and 1 dose at 9 p.m. And the 9 p.m. one was the fruit flavoured one. And it started out okay, but I think because it was so close to the 6 p.m. one, I kind of got fed up with it and it started to taste a bit horrible. Even though I got the Volvic cherry flavoured drink. So if that ever happens again, I might up it. I don't know, I might have vodka and tonic or something, or a martini shaken not stirred. Yes, I think I may have drunk that a bit too fast. I know it says in the instructions to sip it over an hour, but both dose 1 and 2 I got done in 20 minutes. Sipping it, sipping one, sipping another, sipping one, sipping another. But 20 minutes, because I was just getting to the end of it and I had to take the glasses upstairs to the toilet because I felt movement. Yes, and I thought, I best be near a toilet. Christ, I best be near a toilet. And yeah, it all came, Niagara Falls times 20. But after the second dose, I was sitting on the bog and I was shaking and shivering. You know, I was holding my phone and it was going like that. And I felt really freezing cold, like I've been out in the Antarctic for about half a year. I did look at the effects, the after effects that are in the manual that comes with it, and shaking and shivering, fever-like symptoms is included, so it is part of it. But I think it's because I drank it too quick rather than spreading it over the hour. I just wanted to get it down me because I didn't want to sort of like sip it for an hour and then realise, oh my god, I can't finish this, I've got to go now. Because yeah, that was my worst fear, of actually going to poo in the chair downstairs. By the time it got to the last one anyway, it was all water. So Friday, colonoscopy, 9:45 AM. So we got to the hospital at 8:30. I know, always early. Wanted to beat all the rush hour traffic and everything like that. Booked in, sat down, a few people in there. They went in, sat there, sat there, sat there. More people came in, they called them. So people that came in after us went straight in, and we were just sat there until I was the last one. Now, obviously, they're not all going in for a colonoscopy because they do the other ones. The ones that goes down the throat, I can't remember what it's called. Endoscopy or something like that, I don't know. So yes, so we waited a turn. There it came. I went into a little room. They weighed me. I had my blood pressure taken, which I am shocked, because before I started Mounjaro, and I am on high blood pressure tablets and Lodipine, my average blood pressure was about 147/92, something like that, and it stayed around that time. Over the months it's gone down, and I've been testing myself here at home on the same piece of equipment that my GP surgery has, and I gotta say that when they rigged me up and they did it, 122/75. I think that's normal. I think that's a normal range. So I think it's the water. The water helps bring your blood pressure down. So 3 litres a day of water is perfect. But also, you know, the change in diet and everything. So that went all okay. I had a cannula, I think it's called a cannula, stuck in there because I was going to get the sedation. But of course, the big question, what happened on the last attempted colonoscopy? My INR warfarin level was too high at 3.5. Well, I went to the GP surgery yesterday, Thursday, and it was 2.8. And I thought, it's still a little bit high, I just want to get it a little bit lower. So the nurse said, okay, just don't take your warfarin on the Thursday night. So I didn't take it. Got in there, she measured it, 2.5. Perfect. 2.5. So all systems will go. They gave me a big gown. They gave me a pair of very uncomfortable kind of like boxers that had a massive hole in the back, which were really tight. Went into the room, laid on the bed. She actually cut those boxers because they were so tight, because it was difficult to move in them. Really weird elasticated tops. It's like kind of thing. Yeah, so I didn't want that. Okay, so rolled over onto my left hand side. Some nice women in there. I know It was a room full of women and they were all going to get a nice shot of my arse. One of them was going up it. Yeah. So, so they were all very professional, put me at ease, really did well. And even the doctor or the consultant that was going in, we're going in, very professional, put the patient really at ease. And I felt relaxed. And as soon as they put that stuff in there, I mean, I didn't nod off, but I was like, really relaxed. So that was good. And then she went in for the kill. Yeah, slight tingle going in. I didn't look at any monitors because the monitors were further down and I couldn't really see them. I was just happy to just lay there and let them do their thing. So she went in. I felt a little bit going around about. Sometimes when she went round the corner, it was like somebody was standing on kind of like your midsection, just below your belly button. It was like somebody was just standing on that, like pressure. And she said, if you need to let go, just let go. I went, yeah. She goes, we all love farts in this room. A happy fart is a happy patient. That's a good tagline, actually. So anyway, yes, so a few times I did that. A few times going around the corners, around the bends, you know, like you hit the brake on the accelerator. So there was a bit of added pressure. But got round there, she said, I gotta say, this is the cleanest bowel I've seen today. So everything went well with the old prep. And she found no polyps whatsoever, which was fantastic. She did 3 biopsies. She's taken some bits of 3 biopsies, which I'll hear back in about 6 to 8 weeks. But she says, I don't think that anything's going to come back on them. It looks completely normal, but there was a bit of inflammation, so they took those biopsies. No signs of cancer of any kind. And everything is perfectly fine. So thank God for that. It means I don't have to do it for a 3rd time. Yes. So yeah, it was only an investigation because I didn't stop my warfarin. They said don't stop your warfarin. It's just going to be to investigate, to have a look, to see if we can find anything that might be causing the blood fit, you know, the Q-fit poo testing to go up to 100. So I think all it is maybe some constipation from Mounjaro from time to time with a bit of straining and also a bit of inflammation. So I'm really happy with that. So that all worked perfectly. I'm glad that is behind me. And they wheeled me out into the recovery room. I was on my own, loads of beds there. And yeah, she just monitored me on the blood pressure and also heart rate and stuff like that, just to make sure for about an hour. Then I could get dressed, and Papa Bowman was waiting out in the main waiting room because we drove up in my car. Of course, I couldn't drive back because of the sedation, although I felt absolutely perfectly fine. I could have driven back, but I think it's them covering themselves in case there's any, you know, problems. So my brother came up, he got a lift up, and he drove us back home. And the nurse did say, you can't drive for 24 hours, you can't lift heavy equipment for 24 hours, you can't sign any legal documents for 24 hours, and you can't even handle a coffee. You know, a kettle. If you want a cup of tea, someone has to handle the kettle for you. I'm perfectly fine to handle a kettle, blimey. Yeah, so I feel absolutely perfectly normal now. So I did on the way home, but I think it's just them covering themselves. So there we go. That is a very successful colonoscopy. It's not something that I would like to repeat too soon, maybe in 10 years or so. But I will keep you updated on what those biopsy results are when they come back in 6 to 8 weeks. But she says there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing in there that indicates there's any problems, and those biopsies are just probably most likely going to come back in negative anyway. So 2 thumbs up. Yeah. Very nice. So that was all done. Fantastic. Okay, so that spent about 15 minutes of the video. So other than that, obviously for the last day I've not eaten. So as soon as I came out, straight to Costa Coffee, I got a hot cheese and ham bap, and also a nice decaf latte. And then when we got home, I ordered a KFC original ranch salad bowl. You know, the nice bowls that you get with all the chicken and all that. I added a bit of extra chicken in it, which was really nice because, you know, I hadn't eaten for 24 hours, so give me a break. So yes, and I'm now back onto the old Mounjaro. So not that I came off it, because my last jab was a week ago, but I'm due to jab tonight. I have my pen up here with me, ready to go. And then there's another 2 weeks. I think I need to order a new one. I'm still on 2.5, so this is the week 9 of 2.5. Still have no intention of going up in dose. Still getting great results, great suppression, and food noise is just completely gone. So as long as that lasts, I'm staying on 2.5 with minimal reaction and effects. Okay, so what's next? Weigh-in. Okay, so last week, I think it was £3 last week. It was either £4 or £3 last week. I can't quite remember, because my head was all in a tiz today, and I'm still a little bit spaced out. But anyway, if you go back a video, you know, to last week, week 8, you can see what the weight loss is. Anyway, so let's get on the scales. Let's have a look and let's see what I've lost this week, including the prep and not eating for 24 hours. So I should imagine that's kind of like added and or subtracted another pound or so. Anyway, let's find out. Okay, so last week I was 26.9. Now I have had my plein vue colonoscopy stuff last night, so it might clear me out even more. Where are we? 26.5. £4. Right, £4. £4. I am ecstatic. Another big weight loss. So I think with last week's and this week's, I think that might be half a stone in like 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. I'm trying not to go too nuts. You know, I don't want it to keep going up into like 5, 6, 7. You know, because I don't want to get stuck with like gallbladder problems or any other problems that come along. So I'm happy with like the between 1 and 4 range. So I expect next week might be down to about 2 or 3, but I will take the 4 this week, because of course all the crap food that I've been eating, the plain fibreless food I've been eating for the last couple of days, and also for the last 24 hours, zilch, nothing at all. So yeah, we'll keep going. Like I say, back on the normal food now for Mounjaro. Gonna have me jab in a minute, and yeah, just plow ahead and we'll see where we are next week, which will be week 10. 10 weeks. I've just dug out a pair of jeans. I already bought a pair of jeans about 2 weeks ago on a lower measurement, because I used to have 60-inch jeans. So I bought 58-inch jeans, which actually I've tried again, and I probably could have got away with 56-inch actually now. But I've just found a pair of blue jeans in the drawer, which are 58s, which have been in there since before COVID, because when I bought them, they were too tight and I couldn't get them on. And now, perfectly fine. So yeah, really happy with that. Also, my belt, my brand new belt that I bought, I started off a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, on hoop number 2. Now it's on hoop number 4. So it's still coming off. It's still coming off. Yeah, so there we go. So that is this week's video. I'll wrap it up now because it's been about 20 minutes and I'm sure you've got a life to get on with. So thank you very much everybody for all your kind words and your support, not just through the Mounjaro but also through the colonoscopy thing. Anybody that sent me any messages privately, I really appreciate it. You know who you are that have been in contact with me. And yeah, all systems ahead. Gonna get some nice walking in this week, hopefully. It's a nice day today, actually. It's like 26 degrees. It's a shame I couldn't go out a little bit more for some walking, but I hope to do that this weekend. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. I'll see you on the next video very soon. And now, it's time to jab myself. So, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.